Hey, everybody, welcome back to Gardens, the Untold Story. I'm Ken Somerville, your host, and my co host, the invisible gardener, Andy Lopez.
Hi,
And
hi.
we're going to have an amazing day today because we're going to be touring a bunch of gardens that Andy has worked on or is working on. And now I'll tell you guys right up front. He works in Malibu. He does work with a lot of well-known people. And no, we're not going to tell you whose garden they are, anything like that, because there's disclosure agreements, etc. So we can't tell you those
And
things.
there's no
And
nudity.
yeah, and Tony's actually asking, whose garden will we be touring? What are they growing, and what is their secret? I'm excited to find out. Good morning to Silly Lily. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the
Good
world.
morning, silly.
But Andy, you've been working in Malibu. You've been working with a lot of famous people over the years, helping them, save their gardens, etc., save their trees. And these are a lot of the things that we wanted to show people. The pictures that are on the thumbnail, that stuff that Andy sent me from his gardens. And hi, Deborah. I I really want people to understand Andy has been doing this, since he was a teenager.
That's 1849.
Oh, see, that's that like I wasn't even born when Andy started doing this, okay? But it's this, extensive experience that has really helped, these gardens to survive in the environment, that is very, very harsh in California. And Andy's been able to help these people to really, have their plants survive. Where, a palm tree that costs $50,000 to bring in and
50,000.
plant.
It's 50,000 for the crane alone. It's 150,000 for the plant.
Oh, see, so it's a lot better to pay Andy to come in to save these things. But these are houses that are, very, very expensive. Okay, let's just put it that way. But Andy, tell us a little bit about the story of some of the things we're going to be seeing, and then we'll get into the actual
Um,
video.
I have about a billion. I have lots and lots. Did I mention I have lots of pictures and lots of videos that I've been doing since the early 1970s. I have gone through, all kinds of storage for my computer thing, and so lately I've been bringing them up, and these are just a little bit because I found I have tons of them. I have to basically convert them from some other format to this format, which is not big. It's just taken someplace, And I have lots of CDs and DVDs of stuff I've been doing forever. So, but this is just a collection of. I just went through all my stuff is on my Mac. My Mac, I do with my PC. I used to be a great cameraman with the usual camera, the 35 millimeter, the whole setup. Lots of lenses. Come along the phone camera, and there it goes.
Yep.
That was it. So I have tons of stuff. So that's what I'm going to show you today. Some of them are things that the only they look like a commercial, and they are because I made ads from them, but that you can see the properties. Because lots of times I have to find all these people's properties and stuff, and I want to make sure. See, I can bring them up later on when I'm not with them anymore, because if they can see it, then they don't care, right? But if I'm actually going to them at the moment, I want to make sure that there's not so she can't tell, they can't tell it's theirs, right?
Well,
Right?
you don't want to show addresses or the house or anything. You just want to show the garden.
Like with me, I would wear a mask, I'm telling you who
Be
this person
invisible.
is.
Yes, yes.
Who this person is, right? But so it is, and it's not really put together in any fantastic order. I basically went back on this computer. I have it back to 2016 on the hard drive, on the DDS drive, whatever it is. So I figured, okay, I'll go back that far. But on my other hard drives, I go back years and years and years. 2000.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like imagine since 1970 making this stuff, right? I have tons of stuff. Seriously, I do have. I did a show called Dances with Ants. It's all about ants. And so I've done dances with trees, talk about tree shows. So
Mhm.
this little bit here is going to be fun. You'll be some things that I made sure there was no nudity in there, no things to scare you. I think, and if we see anything, I'll just cut it out real fast. Okay. So anytime you're ready, you can just let it roll, and I'll see if this works on this end. Okay.
Okay, your first picture is up.
Oh,
And
cool.
to
Yeah.
let you guys know, Andy can't actually see us
Yes, I
because
can.
these are covering his full screen.
No, no, I can see them. I basically just move it around so I can see what's going on. So I
Oh,
can
okay,
see
okay.
that. Let me see. Let me see if this is working right. So this is a home that I work on. Been there for 20 years or so. Everything's organic. The biggest problem I have is basically the customers and the gardeners. Uh, like this citrus here, overwatered. There's a lawn here. See this lawn right here? You see my little arrow?
Yeah, yeah, just
That
barely. Yeah.
lawn, that lawn should not be there. So they're watering for the lawn, but everything else is getting way too much water. And I told them they should put in a ground cover. Okay, they won't do it. So this is another show. Basically, it's another house. Okay, and I planted everything. And
Okay.
so, and I think it has a little bit of a light color to it, but it's really very colorful place. And I was there. I've been there since 1984. This is another customer. I take care of these trees. Beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful trees, right? They're totally healthy. They were getting overwatered.
Hmm.
They were getting. You see that building there? There was a visit. There was a visit by the visit. The Overcaster, the Illuminator thing, the Matsumikola thing, the Alabama, right there. See, and it was overwatering these trees. The one in the
Right.
middle was starting to get all kinds of things happening to it, and this has been going on for 20 years now. And
Hmm.
so what I do is that my machine goes up the heights of those trees.
Oh,
The top part,
nice.
the top part is their head, right? Their head,
Yeah.
and that's a very important part for a tree to have, or anybody, right? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I get this particular arborist sprayer that shoots up that high, and at the
Well,
same
yeah,
time,
because that's what 100+ feet up there.
easily, right? Easy.
Yeah.
The spraying rig that I have, I'll probably show it to you when we have. So I get a specific type of arborist sprayer in two
Hmm.
ways. One is because it's an arborist sprayer for shoot hard, but the other way is the pump. I got a special pump. There's two kinds of pump. One pump is a metal ball that grinds against another ball and compresses it. That kills every biology in the liquid. Okay, everything gets squished. That's it, done.
Yeah.
The other one is like a diaphragm. It pushes the water through. You see, and it
Yeah,
does
and that's
nothing.
what you want.
Exactly, it does nothing to the biology. Go wee, whoosh, wee, 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 right? And then the only difference would be the spraying tip of the hose has to be big enough. The gun has to be big enough to allow the biology through. Because most chemicals are very small, so they use a gun that doesn't needs a small has a small tip. So this is another customer. I've had this customer for going on 20 years now.
Okay.
It's a it's a massive place. You probably see more of it. There's an ongoing thing that you would love that's going on here, and Layden had something to do with it because I brought him in on the picture. And
Okay. Yeah.
this see these plants here.
Hmm.
Every year she spends quite a lot of money. She buys these plants, puts them in the ground, right?
Right.
And every year they're all dying. She pulls them out and redoes it again the following year. Does that sound right?
Yeah. Not doesn't sound very unless they're only an annual plant and they're dying every year. If they're
No, no.
perennials, they should just keep growing and getting nicer.
They're perennial. A lot of times when they throw them away, I take them over to my house and I plant them in the last year or 2 years. As a matter of fact, what you do, you give them a haircut because they have the deep roots. They'll get bigger and bigger. And so I've been telling you for years that. Uh, so when this lady read my column, and she had massive white flies down below. Her place goes down to the ocean.
Okay.
Let me see if I have more of it. No, this is a different place. But her place goes down to the ocean. She had white flies, half of it. The massive
Hmm.
amounts of white flies. She was spending like $3,000 a month. So a pest control company come twice. They were spraying and spraying and spraying, and more Wi-Fi, more spraying, more Wi-Fi, more spraying. Yeah, they wear a mask. Everybody's going, what the heck? We can't do anything. So she contacted me. She's read my column about how to control whiteflies. And you know what I said to control whiteflies, right?
Fix the biology, fix your soil. And back then you had been saying, well, you need rock dust, you need your minerals in all of that.
Yeah, you're right. So I got her to buy 100 bags of compost a friend of mine make. I told him how to make it. He didn't quite make it the way I wanted to, because I told him, I want you to get at least 5 different types of rock dust. Don't just get one. And blend that together. I get 12, so you can at least get 5. Okay. So, matter of fact, I will give you some of the remaining that you don't have, right? Because the point here, when you get, and 12 is a little bit on the fanatic side, okay, because it's just only weird people will do that. That's me. That's my sprayer. See, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I still have them. But what I do now is I give them to my worm farm. So I have a combination of this rock dust. I put it in there. Some is pelletized, some is very finely ground. Very, very lightly. Too much and I kill the worms, but just very, very lightly. And I put my other stuff in there. And I know that my liquid is coming out better than ever. I was going to tell you, just yesterday, this lady contacts me. She says, I want you. She's like living a minute from here. Beautiful house. I haven't had a chance to take any pictures. I should say only twice. But it's like a gingerbread house. Cute little fruit trees everywhere, and she's into biodynamics. And last time I was there, I was trying to tell her you're not paying attention to your soil stuff. She was very upset. She says, I am a biodynamic master. I know exactly what I'm doing. I said, okay, no problem. So her indoor plants were dying, and so I went there and helped her repotted them and everything, and I gave her some of my liquid to feed that indoor plant. And I was there. I fed some other plants as well. And yesterday when I was there, she says, I have to tell you this. I have to tell you. I'm not making this stuff up. And she named off 4 or 5 plants. I don't remember the names of them, but they're all. She said all of them bloomed and made some amazing colors, and it was amazing. Everything. So it lasted for a week, and then poof, they all disappeared. They all dropped the flowers, and that was it. These guys have never done anything in their life, and what's in that stuff? And so I said, cool, right? It's all trace minerals, right? It's all biology and trace minerals.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is that same lady I was telling you about. This is what happens when the plants get fully grown. See?
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah.
That's what she likes, and she says she can't. Normally you prune it back. She doesn't have the patience to wait for them to go back again. So she'd rather spend the money to do it. See, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take out all the soil. The main green bush is going to stay there. All the rest of it, the red plants have all that soil is going to come down to about 8 inches. Straight down, take it all the way. Then we're bringing
guys, Andy, I'm going to pause you there for a second, because I know we've talked about this on other episodes, but guys, the reason that you're going to be pulling all that soil out is because of all the years she's been rebuying those plants and the soil that came with the plants. They're finding all of these little chemical balls, these chemical fertilizers
Leighton told you about it,
in the soil.
Leighton told you about it?
Well, we've talked about it on this show as well.
Great. Yeah.
And you don't want that. That's why all that soil has to come
not a single worm there. Not a single worm in the place.
Yeah, and it's going to be so out of balance because of the chemical fertilizer.
And what's so cool, we're going to actually get worms brought into it to determine if. I told her if the worms survive, you're doing good. If the worms die, something wrong. She has a pest control company coming. She had it, so you have to cancel that. I said you have to get whole property water filtration system. She's ordering that. She's switching over to drip system. She's finally coming around that it's better to spend the money now than to spend the money the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So I've had her for 20 years now, and these are ficuses. Can you see the green veg? Those are ficuses.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to talk Lily into planting a hedge around our property.
Well, these are good or bad, depends on how you deal with them. These guys are getting overwatered. Everything here is being watered like crazy, okay?
Yeah.
Everything's being watered. So these guys here are the ones that would be covered in whiteflies and covered in thrips and the sooty mold, the black stuff that go cover the leaf. They would be normally be covered,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I treat I come specifically once a month to treat these guys, and what I spray them is my liquid.
Yeah.
And I go. It depends on the time of year, but I use a lot of wood vinegar. You have to
Yeah.
be careful with wood vinegar, but wood vinegar is it does a variety of things to the plants. It's full of trace minerals, full of iron, full of calcium, full of magnesium, full of the right type of biology that would fight off, basically sterilize any disease they come in contact with, or like whiteflies that would just kill them dead because it makes them it's too rich for them. Like they get super drunk right away, right? Like you're spraying them with alcohol, right?
Yeah.
So this is anyway. So I've been coming 20 years here. That they're going to take all the soil out around the roots of these plants. They're going to. You can't go with a shovel. You can't under here. You have to go by hand. Literally,
Yes.
you have to just like your what is those guys with a brush when they're going to.
Archaeologists and
That's right.
archaeologists. Yeah.
That's right. You have to have a little brush, uh, sweep it across away from the root systems. Keep as much there as you can. Take that stuff out. We're sending it back to Layton, and Layton is going to recompose it, make it into good stuff. And then we're also going to get the Layton's compost, a special blend that we worked out. His blend is compost and soil, and
Yeah.
we're using for a mulch aged fine forest. That's aged fine forest. Imagine that. You can just listen to the name. It's like, holy cow, aged fine forest. That alone makes everything want to grow, right? Just the name, right?
Yep. Well,
Right?
trees anyway.
Yeah. Oh no, aged fine forest is like that's what when the forest starts to decompose and do stuff. That is amazing stuff to use because it's so rich in the biology. This is Lay's backyard.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
that's
what happened? I went too fast.
yeah.
I,
I wanted to see the ocean.
I was so excited. What happened? I lost it.
Uh,
Let me see if I can find it again. I lost it. Here it is. No, I think I got it. What happened? I got so excited, man. I sorry. I won't let it happen again. Let me see.
oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. That's $1 billion view, man. It really is.
Oh,
The lady
beautiful.
made a deal with the state. She'll take care of that part of the beach.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes down further too. There's another level. I often tell this lady, I shall pay you to exercise to walk up and down your ladders, right? Your stairs. Yeah, no, you have stairs going down. There's stairs right here, and the stairs go down there. How do you
Yeah.
think you get to this level? Stairs, right? There's the ocean, and then this is a different place.
Okay.
It also has stairs, and I did all the planting. This is everything's organic, of course. And right now, this is one of the places that I'm not going to anymore. I was there almost 30, 40 years, 30 something years. But the people are getting old, everybody's moving on. And it happened over the other side of the Pacific Palisades. I tried to get there, but I couldn't get through the Palisades. It's too toxic. I got a headache for days and days and days and days.
Before you go to the next picture, Andy, that
Really?
red hose that's laying out, that's the hose that you
Yeah.
running your stuff through. What
Yeah.
size of hose is that? Like, it's got to be fairly large for the pressure you're using.
Yeah, it is. I'll show you when. As for the size, I don't know the diameter of the hose. I mean, it's
Well,
about
yeah, it looks like a 2-inch.
well, it's not a really super big size of the actual because the outside is a little bit bigger, but the actual inside that makes the actual hose is a smaller one. It's just the outside is like a pressure wall to hold the pressure to hold it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. If you run over it with a car, it breaks that wall, and then when the pressure builds up, it fluffs up like a lizard ate something, a big ball, and it blows up. And you can't fix it.
Yeah.
So this is the same place. I planted everything here over a period of 20 years. That's a big avocado tree. Then there's lots of different pomegranates, all kinds of stuff. I went native on her. So I planted all this stuff in there. I changed it to a drip system, put a ran drip up and down for they said you're using too much water. I told the city this is the first person they're using drip in the neighborhood, and they're using 1/10 of what everybody else is using. Excuse me, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Here's the paperwork, buddy. Take a
They came,
look.
yeah, they came to the wrong guy. You know.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. This is what it looks like. Me doing a little bit. I think I'm doing some of my spraying here. Nothing, because that's essentially what I do at her place. I take my truck and my spraying rig, you see, and I constantly bathe it with the bio. I'm kind of like Mother Nature spraying biology around.
Yeah.
See, that's exactly what I do. I just spray Mother Nature's biology around, and it gets established into the ground. And the plants love it because it's a minerally rich, biologically rich spray.
Now, how much are you really putting on there, Andy? Because it looked like you were putting a lot on.
Yeah, well, you have to get it wet. You know, you have to at least get some water on it. So
Yeah.
it's like I have a 100-gallon sprayer. A 100-gallon sprayer will do the whole place front and back.
Okay.
Right. It has a lot of have an air bubbler which puts a lot of air into the spray, so the spray is also rich with oxygen, right?
Yeah.
So it's foliar, so that doesn't mean you're. What I do sometimes, I do what's called soil soaking, right?
Yeah.
So I have a deep root feeder which I inject stuff into the ground, or this sprayer allows me to hook one up that allows me to get the liquid deeper into the ground, right?
Yeah.
But I learned from experience that's only useful if there's something there to revive, right?
Yes.
Right. So it's very important to get people to use the right compost, otherwise you don't get the same results. I tell
Yeah.
people that it's like intravenous feeding. You could be you could be the doctor's intravenously feeding, but sooner or later they have to give you food to eat for your stomach.
Yeah, to get things back working. So you're just covering, the plants as an intravenous cover, and they need a soil soak would be the regular food.
Yeah, they're getting their food now through my liquid. They're getting the vitamins
Yeah.
and minerals and trace minerals, and it's like a little vitamin pill that you take or a liquid that you take. You're getting some of the vitamins and minerals. It's a wide range of stuff along with the biology, which makes it easier for them to absorb it through the leaves. But if you spray it in the ground, the same biology will establish itself on the roots, on anything, but specifically on the root hairs of the plants, and then allow that nutrients to flow straight through. Unfortunately, they don't survive as long. Like on this property here, since I've had it so long, you can dig anywhere, you'll find mycorrhizas. You'll dig anywhere, you find worms.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
difference. See, so literally it should be sustainable, self-sustainable. The only problem I'm having in this place is the lady did not want to get a whole property filtration system. I couldn't talk her into it. So that sooner or later it's going to degrade, right?
Well, yeah, because the city water with the chemicals are designed to kill bacteria and biology. If they're using city water, you're slowly just killing everything off.
There's me. See, that's me. That's me. Yeah. I'm amazing. Wait, does anybody? I can't read the comments, so you have to look at the comments for me. If there's anything that looks interesting, need to take a closer look at it. So yeah, wood vinegar. See there's. I started using bamboo vinegar. Okay, it's a big difference between bamboo vinegar and wood vinegar. Trust me, there is. Even though there are a few people that say no, vinegar is vinegar. No, it's not. I heard about bamboo wood vinegar. Oh,
And there goes Siri again. And guys, if you're interested in getting some and you're in the States, Blue Sky Biochar, that's where Andy's getting his wood vinegars from. And we've had him on the show talking about all this stuff. So you can go back in our episodes and look for Blue Sky Biochar and watch that video, and you'll learn a lot from that as well.
I like Michael's wood vinegar.
Yeah.
Primarily, also maybe because it's I have a hard time getting it. I would not be able to buy it anywhere myself. You know what I mean? So that would be a problem. So I
Mhm.
buy it where if I can get it, right? You know what I mean? So, but when I was the way I met Michael was is I was buying the bamboo wood vinegar that comes from China,
Yeah.
and I did research on it. The Chinese have been using that for centuries, and they know that they said that bamboo has a very magical potential growing power for things, makes things grow. You know, there's a name they have for that, right? And so and then they would also notice when there was a fire and the bamboo survived and it would rain all this stuff. There's been this thing, this liquid would come out, which should then feed everything else, make it even grow more amazing. And that was the vinegar that they started making it. So I started buying that. So I was using illegally the bamboo wood vinegar for years, and it's like absolutely amazing stuff. And it's no offense to Michael, but it's very different. You just think of the bamboo and wood. Okay, so look at the difference. And even the wood has to be. I don't know what kind of wood is being used to make the wood vinegar. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything at all, but I just feel energy-wise, bamboo vinegar feels a lot more energetic and more magical than wood vinegar, even though maybe the same, down deep down inside is the same thing. Even though I know the smell was very different to start with, and that tells me that the biology was very different to start with. You see what I'm saying? The biology of the bamboo wood vinegar comes from the biology of the bamboo, right? And bamboo is magical, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
and
just say yeah. Everybody should say
although Andy, I think it's a lot of it has to, the type of plant. Bamboo's a lot different than a tree, but then if you used hemp and started doing hemp vinegar, I'm wondering if that would be as good as the bamboo vinegar.
well, no, I think that the making the vinegar has to be from a specific wood kind of product. Hemp is not really wood unless you have a hemp tree, maybe
Well,
whatever.
bamboo isn't a wood either.
Yeah, it is. It's hard. It's like a wood. It's hard. It's not a branch, not like a leaf. It's wood, but bamboo is a type of wood, right? That's
Okay,
what it is.
yeah, I'm not sure the classification, but I know
It's
you
a
can
grass.
eat bamboo shoots,
Yeah, yeah,
and I don't know that I'd eat a tree shoot.
exactly right. So it's like anyway, the bamboo, whatever it is, it's
Yeah,
has the quality of producing this liquid, which is absolutely amazing. But the wood vinegar, I've had because of my I tried. I got the bamboo vinegar from Michael. He still has
yeah.
maybe a few bottles left.
Bamboo is a grass.
That's right. It's a grass. I said
Yeah.
that. I said it very quietly. I said bamboo is a
Oh, you
grass.
must have been really quiet because I
Yeah.
didn't hear it. But
It
yeah, it's
was.
not a tree; it's a grass.
I was just saying like this. Bamboo was a grass.
Oh, you're being having an invisible voice.
Just a
Okay,
grass.
okay.
Anyway, so this is a so I plant all these flowers everywhere, and I like doing it because the, it makes it really easy to do amazing plants for people.
Yeah,
And bamboo, well, you can do bamboo vinegar if you can get a hold of it, or wood vinegar, and there's so many different varieties. You're going to see more and more people are going to be making their own wood vinegar, right, from different products. So you may
yeah.
want to try shop around. But the main thing about it is that it's like 1 teaspoon of the bamboo vinegar in a gallon of water will do amazing things to your plants. You'll do amazing things to your house, but you can use it for cleaning. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. Pest control, disease control. And then what I would do, because I've learned to add things to it. See, my liquid when added to this stuff, the wood vinegar 1,000 times more powerful. My liquid, my biology becomes 1,000 times more powerful when you give it the wood vinegar. The wood vinegar is like what? Whiskey, right? Here, take a shot of this, right? Whoa! You think I'm kidding? No, it's so I could in a little. Let's see now. How shall I put it? Okay, an ounce of my super seaweed liquid. I take an ounce of my super seaweed liquid, right?
Yeah.
And 100 gallons of distilled water. Okay,
Mm.
right? So I take an ounce, put it in this 100 gallons of distilled water, and run it through a bubbler for say an hour.
Right.
Right now, if I had two of them, if I had another 100 gallons with the ounce, but I would add an equal ounce of wood vinegar to that mixture, and run it, and they were both running at the same time. What do you think will be the difference?
That's a good question, because one's made from one substance, one's made from another substance. So
yeah, I know, but still, I was just talking about the wood vinegar. Don't worry about the bamboo vinegar. So you have one that's made with the wood vinegar, that's my super seaweed, and one that's not made with the wood vinegar, it's still my super seaweed. What do you think would happen?
which one do I think would be better? Would be the mixed one, because it's adding more in a variety.
Right. The vinegar, when you bubble it together with the biology, you have 1,000 times more biology in that 100 gallons at the end of whatever time period you're using, because there's a way you can determine. The way I can tell, because I don't have X-ray vision, is that I go by my smell. So if it starts to really smell, it changes the smell really easy, because you have so much biology, and that's what it gives off. It gives off the odor. But otherwise, you would look at it under. So what I do is I use a refractometer to look at it, because what I have found too is the measurement of sugar shoots through the roof.
Yeah.
Right. So you do a refractometer reading. You all of a sudden if you have you have a lower refractometer, even though my super seaweed will raise the Brix level, so you can't really go by that, because that'll take it already to 10 or 12 or 15 or 20 just by itself. The wood vinegar takes it up to 32, 42. See what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And that's when you get into magical stuff that like that, then the bugs and diseases do not have a chance.
I want to pause you for half a second, because I know we talk a lot about microscopy and looking through the microscope to see the biology.
Yeah.
Andy has just given you a splendid secret, guys. By using a refractometer, you can have a close idea on that life that's also there. So that was a secret Andy just shared, and I wanted people to get that.
I'm sorry. I tried not to do that again. I'm so sorry. I didn't need to reveal the secret. Kill me. Cut my hands off right now, please. I can't do it anymore.
Just don't put your fingers on the roses and pinch the thorns, okay?
Okay, let's see what happens next. So I do this a lot. This is the same yard that we had there. You see it. I don't know what happened. I was stuck on this one particular place, because everything, I've been there 20 years, you see, and there's a magical wall between the neighbors. All the neighbors here are typical chemicals, water running, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so they come over here and they walk by and they go, "What are you doing?" And I'll tell you, and they don't want to do it. They do not like compost. They like overwatering. And so this place here without me, can survive for a while. But unfortunately, it's going to go down the drain like everybody else's, because of the water, if nothing else. Unless they get somebody there who will start to add compost and do the thing over again. This is that same yard. I don't know. This is Carapia right here. Carapia. That's a fig tree, and that's the hose. Go that way. See. Like I said, I've been taking care of that house for almost 40 years. I planted a whole bunch of coffee beans. Coffee plants. There's the Carapia. See, the crop is wonderful. You only have to water maybe once every other month or something.
And Grace says it looks so healthy.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't. Bees go, "I can't get any honey from this. What's wrong with it?" So it's not. You can't pollinate from it, but it drives the bees crazy. This is what my garden looked like a few months ago. It's undergone.
Your whole garden?
Yeah, it has undergone some major changes. I have some videos I'm shooting of it. I mean, it goes through changes all the time. That's what a garden does,
Yeah.
I have strawberries planted in all those beds. They're all full of strawberries now.
Cool.
And so the gophers were eating everything, and then I realized I was just going to plant things they can't eat. They don't want to eat. So that's what I'm doing. I'm planting sage and the basils, and so the
Cool.
gophers and the squirrels can't get at it.
Yeah.
Mints, they hate mints, and all those things, like those mints over there, right there, mints.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to do until I figure out how. And this we talked about this. I don't know how this got in there, but it's that we talked about this before, because this whole thing has to do with water, right? This is a crystallized. This is what a crystal looks like, and they look differently depending upon where the water is from. But this is a way to determine. You can. There are sounds you can't see, right? Energy you can't see. This shows you what energy that it's a fingerprint, it's a signature of the energy. And so that's why
it
it's
looks a lot like fractal.
Yeah, right. All of it's intertwined, man. All of it's intertwined together. And if you are a good gardener, you will realize that. Hello, everybody. There it is. Municipal gardener here. I could just mute it, but I don't know how to do that.
Just play
I don't know how to do it. Oh, I got it. There you go. There you go. I figured it out. So, gee, I don't know what we're talking about. Oh yeah, this is arugula. And I eat those. I go through one of those beds in a day. It's easy to it. And I've changed the garden now. I'm doing all kinds. I need these are the yellow flowers. I eat the yellow flowers, but I don't eat the greens. So this is just old that I somehow missed it. This is my liquid that I use.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and just move on to the next one and see what happens. Here's another one. By the way, this is it's a family of hawks live here, and an owl and a hawk. I think this hawk is in there somewhere, hiding. If he lives here, it's a family of them, and sometimes he'll fly away. He's been after my cat for a while, but I talked him out of it. I said, I'll buy you chicken, leave my cat alone. Then the owl did the same thing, so I feed him. He's in there. And you can see it. You'll see him moving around, and he's just. So I should have taken that one out because this is where the hawks and the eagles live. That they both inhabit this one tree. The owl's over here and the hawks up here. It's a mess. Okay. I don't know why it's in here. I think there's one of these shows you the hawk flying around. I think there he is, right there. See him?
Oh yeah.
See him? There he is
on top there. Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. See, he got caught that time. He got caught.
Mm-hmm.
This is my truck. It's got this is how I rigged up the bubbler. It hooks into the battery of the truck. Goes all the way back there. Inverter. Bada bing, bada boom. Nice pump.
So you're using just a big air pump to pump in for an hour to get everything going.
You don't really need an hour. So the secret is when I make it at home, I'm usually bubbling it at night for hours already. It's super concentrated already, ready to blow up. And then when I get over here, I have a water filter. I use Michael's what's the name of this thing? A Blue Sky water filter. It's a garden filter. So but these places here, for example, this lady here uses whole property filtration systems, which I'm helping her to install, so I don't have to do that at this place.
Yeah.
There are a couple other places too that the water, because I'm teaching people, okay, let me get this straight. You got a water filter for the house for the shower, but you're constantly sprinkling this water all over your property, over your vegetables and your fruit trees, and then you're asking me why it's the problem. So you know what the problem is. You don't want to bathe and drink it. Why don't you want to bathe and drink this water? Why are you getting a filter for? Right?
Well, and as soon as they can relate it to themselves, maybe they'll start getting it for the outside and their plants.
That's what I told this person. I says, just oh my God. This is literally, oh my God, I didn't think about that. No, if it's not good for you to drink or bathe in it, how could it possibly be good for the soil? Because it's the stuff they put in the water is to kill bacteria, to kill microbes, to kill stuff, right? To make it sterile. Yeah. You're putting it on the ground, which is supposed to be alive, and you're wondering what the problem is. The problem is you, lady. You need to quit smoking and drinking all this stuff because you're out of it. I'm sorry. I'll be calm. Lots of stuff.
So you make a concentrate at home and you bring it to your first customer. If you're doing multiple customers in a day, are you going home to get more of the concentrate? And
no. Here's the way it works, and you people should be interested in this too because I've been doing this since 1970. So I usually limit the number of customers because I don't feel like we're super active. But when I was younger, I would do like 10 of them in a day, easy enough. Each customer has their own little tub, 2.5 gallons they get.
Okay.
It depends on the size. So usually they get 2.5 gallons of the concentrate, which gets bubbled and all the stuff gets added to it. And you hold it up to, you have to get, I'm running out of virgin blood. Other than that, I'm doing good. It's just, you have to get everything mixed together. Yeah, it's very hard to find nowadays. I have to fly. It doesn't work. The guy said, "What about virgin pig?" I go, "Oh no, I can't do it." I make the stuff. The worms themselves takes them about 3 to 4 hours to get enough liquid. Yeah. Then I put the liquid in the tub, which I then add a bunch of other different things to it, which I've learned over the years to add. That seems to work. That's how I end up with things. I do something and then I spray and I go, "Wow, look at what it did!" And
look
I know
at the plant reaction.
Yeah, and I know what I put in there, so I'm going to keep using it because that thing really likes that, right? Or sometimes I go, "Wow, I didn't like that. What's wrong with this stuff?" So I would look at it and I go, "Yo, this has got urea in it. There's some other stuff in it. What the heck? What? Whoa!" Because they tell you it's organic and all this stuff, and then you look at it. You go out here. You have to go to their website. You have to go really seriously look at what they have in their ingredients because they lie. They say natural, and a lot of stuff isn't natural at all. So it's a game, right?
Yeah.
So what's going on over here, you guys? Sounds glorious. Moonlight. What? Somebody heard the roses.
And Margaret, just to let you know, I talked to Andy about that, and we're going to connect.
Hi, Margaret. Hi, Margaret. I'm sorry I didn't send you your book. You don't get mad at me. I will do it. I just lost your address. Listen, just send me, first of all, Andy Lopez at invisiblegardener.com, right, Margaret? Send me email. Say, "Hi, Andy. I would like my book, please." What I'll do is I'll send you the ebook right away. And then you give me your address, and I'll get to it sooner or later, okay? Because I'm really going through a lot of stuff. Yeah, you're right. It's really crazy. It really is. But Andy Lopez, invisiblegardener.com. INV. Hey, Silly, put it up on the board. Let it see it, right? Anybody else who wants the ebook version of it, because I have a whole bunch of really cool ebooks that you can get. People have asked me who bought the book, "Don't Panic, It's Organic." It's a black and white version, but the ebook was a color version. You fooled me, and I said, "No, I didn't. I told you that the color version is a special print only for me version. You're not going to get too many of them printed out. You're going to get a special version. I would get that color version, seal it up, save it because it's going to be worth a lot of money, and then get the black and white version to use where you're going to ruin it anyway. But the color one, no, I wouldn't touch it. I would take care of it because it's very unique. That's why I took it off the market because other people were selling it for $300 already.
Yeah.
And they asked me, "Why are you selling it for $300?" It's not me. Other people are selling it for $300 because it's a magical information. Didn't I give you one, Ken?
Yes, I actually put it. It's on my bookshelf behind us. But guys, Andy, let's get back to the topic. So you actually pack 2.5 gallons for each customer. Add that into your big bin, and then add your water in at the customer to mix it up and spray. Right. That's beautiful.
I put their name on the top, and then they got two, and I make it differently for different places. As my cat, see the ninja cat.
Okay, you make it differently for different places because of the plants or because of how the soil is?
No, because first of all, the longer you've been with me, you get different biology entirely, right? So I've had the lady with all the flying plants. She's been there. I've been been there 35 years. No, it's the 35 years. That's that's a different one. The one with
Okay.
the flowers, and that we take the soil out, and that one, and it's she's been with 20 years now, and she gets 400 gallons a month.
Okay.
400 gallons, only because I had to increase the biology because she refused to buy. That's me, that's Sweetie Pie. She refuses to buy compost. And I told you, just recently she decided, okay, I'm going to buy
Yeah.
compost, and right. But until then, she just kept planting. So I said, okay, I'm going to spray more biology, beef up the biology, so that at least it keeps your plants from everything from dying. But sooner or later, you're going to have to do the biology, which is what she's doing. So,
Yeah.
but because the customer has been with me for a while, the other reason too is uh, when I first get a customer, I learned from experience. This is the lady I was talking about. She's going to basically the first months I was there, she bought 100 bags of compost, and she only used it in one part of the house, and the rest of it didn't get it. This is Carapia. But the thing is, when I first go to a brand new customer who has been for years and years and years using chemical fertilizers and whatever else, all bad, wants to know what's wrong with his plants. If I
Yeah.
was to go there and start spraying massive amounts of my liquid, everything would burn. You know why, right?
Well, yeah, because you're going to release all those chemicals in the soil, and it's going to kill everything.
That's right. That's right. And I learned the hard way. I said, what happened? This is what I do with Carapia. I make it cover the bed. Then you can plant
Yeah.
your vegetables right in there with it. See?
Yeah.
And I learned that's what happened. The biologist brings everything out. The plants go, blah, blah, blah. And so, but they will come back because you got water, clean it up, flush it out, tell everybody relax. And then the biologist starts to cook. But if the longer they've been around, the less of these chemicals are there. Even still, she still has to take the soil out because it's buried like 8 inches to 12 inches deep of this stuff, right? So the biology can only take out so much, right?
And people don't understand that all the years that we've been using chemicals on our properties, there's enough nitrogen in the average farm soil to last for 1,000 years. The problem is you need protozoa, which is biology, to break that out to give it to the plants to build, that new plant structure. So we don't need more nitrogen. We need more biology to use that nitrogen.
This is a place. These are um, bleh, 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 bleh. I forget their names, but they had this disease. You see how that part got cleaned up there?
Yeah.
So it's and so what I do here is I spray the biology on the plants, and I also soak the ground with it.
Yeah.
And what it does is that it controls the disease from getting out of control. But the bottom line is she has to, and literally, I was talking to another person. There's a really cool way you can get biology onto your property on a regular basis. It's called fertigation. It's a fertigation unit.
Okay.
So it's a fertigation. So it's a combination of fertilizer and irrigation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And if you looked up fertigation units, fertigation, their company, they'll sell this product that basically it's like a tube that has that you hook into your water line, and it siphons out from this tube into your main line to the rest of it. See, you know what I'm saying, right? So fertigation.
Yeah, well, can I give people another example that more people probably familiar with? Would be when you're washing your car and you have that little bottle that you put onto your hose and it sucks a little bit of the soap up to spray your car. It's the same thing as with a fertigation unit. It just brings a little bit in to the water system as you use it.
I'll give you another example. Is that
please?
You can actually buy a unit that hooks up to your bib, and then you hook the hose up to that. Yep. It's got a little side thing, a little nozzle that goes into a bucket, and you can put stuff in the bucket and it siphons it out through the hose.
Yeah.
See, right? It's a little brass unit you screw in, And it's got a little thing on a little tiny little hose that goes into the bucket. You
Yep.
can't use the hose more than 25, 50 feet at the most. But it's
Well, paint sprayer that pumps it, sucks it right out of the paint bucket. Same idea. It's drawing that in. And how large is, or generally how large would be the container for fertigation if you have it on your property? Is it like a gallon? Is it 10 gallons?
Right. You can buy them in different sizes. If a garden, you can do like maybe a gallon. The bigger sizes are like 2-3 gallons.
Yeah.
So they can handle a wider area. When in my youth, when I did the spraying stuff, I also installed those, and I would come by once a month when I did my spraying, unscrew the top and screw more of my stuff in there. I put it in there. I would also use it for fly control. So one of the things I did for people who have horses, they have a misting system, right? And they would tend to try to spray chemicals. But so I said, let me show you what I would do. So I got a fertigation unit. I hooked it into their sprinkler system. They bought the stuff called garlic barrier. I told them, buy this garlic barrier. So you want a garlic barrier is like 200 bulbs of garlic in a gallon, right? It's concentrated garlic. It's in a liquid form. So all you have to do is in a gallon unit like that is you have to take a tablespoon of this garlic barrier and add it to the liquid, put the top back on, and the mister will come out. You'll smell the garlic. Very, very light.
Now, okay, I don't know. Some of these rich people, they go out riding their horses, and they wouldn't want that because my horse smells like garlic.
Yeah, but then it turns out that they really like that. A lot of
the horse does.
No, well, the horses don't mind either. But there are a couple of things that I teach people to do. The garlic is just one of them. It's most 90% of people like the smell of garlic once they realize it's garlic. Well, that's nice, But the other 10%, oh, I hate garlic. That's because they hate it. They don't like it. They don't eat it. They don't have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? So
well, one of the flip benefits is if you put that in your shoes, you mash up garlic in your shoes, and you go out walking in the bush, you'll never get bothered by mosquitoes.
I told you that before, didn't I?
And I actually knew that before, but yeah, we've talked about it on several shows. That's why I wanted to bring it up again.
Yeah, one of my books is how to control mosquitoes.
Yeah,
it's a one-page book. Just take a garlic clove, cut it in half, smash it, put one in one shoe, one in the other shoe. Mosquitoes, rattlesnakes, lizards, mountain lions, nothing will come in near you.
Unless they really like garlic and you smell like garlic, I'm going to munch on you.
So this tree was sick, and my services brought it back again. It's just starting to wake up. I brought about 10 bags of Layton's compost. We blended in with the soil here. They still have these ridiculous watering things all over the place. So they're very, very slow to make changes. So at least they got the composters and they did some of the sprayings. I may not be going back there anymore because they don't see any results. They don't see anything. And that's another tree I rescued.
Nice.
These are coral trees. There's 1,000 people live in this condo. 300 people like me. 300 people say I'm fooling them because there's no such thing as organic. That I should go to jail for false advertising in my truck saying it's organic. And 100 people want to do, and 300 people want to do something else with the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they had 900 trees. They lost 300 trees. They're down to 600 trees. I rescued all of them. But if I'm not going there anymore, they're just going to have to deal with it. See, that's me.
Yep. Well, and it's their own fault, and they're going to learn the hard way.
And that's 100 gallons in the back there.
Yeah.
And there's some vegetables that I do organically for a couple customers. I work on a farm. Yeah, corn. So this corn, I have corn that's supposed to be really super old corn. I want to see what happens. It seems to be growing. They're going to be weird. And you might like this. Let me see if I can fix this. Oh, it doesn't. I can't do anything with it. I can't bring up the sound.
Sure you can. Just go down to the bottom.
Oh, there it is.
The sound, yeah.
So I made a deal with this producer. Here we go.
You're going to start a vegetable garden. The first thing you do is the only time you have the opportunity to do this, make
sure that the soil is in a proper condition. The way the bugs have evolved, they only go after plants that are not healthy. You avoid it by simply paying attention to the health of the soil. We're dealing with the biology of the soil. We want it to be within a certain range. That's what the microbes are there. Anything above that, anything below that, you won't have the right microbes. You need the biology in order for the plants to get the food that they need in order to be healthy. So there are lots of ways to test it. The easiest way is to get a pH meter, do a stick it around, bing, tells you the pH level, or you can send it off to a lab. pH is the acidity level of the soil. Isn't that nice, though? I did a good job.
Yeah.
Okay, no more. That's it. No, there's more. I have tons of stuff that I've been doing over the years, man. It's like I'm one crazy dude, okay? See? I'm one crazy dude.
And that's your good side.
And that's my good side, right? I enjoy doing this. I have fun with it. And the music is mine, of course.
Yep.
What can I say, right? I think there's no more. And I have a studio too, by the way.
Yeah.
And this is my drone. This is a farm that I worked on for a long time. I'm still helping out. The lady bought all the farms around her, and now she owns this one big giant property.
Cool.
That's her garden over there. That's her small little garden. See it?
Yeah.
This is her tiny garden.
Uh-huh. She must have a big family.
Well, she has a lot of horses.
Oh, okay, she's feeding her horses out of her garden.
Yeah. And I know the gardener that's doing this. Really nice guy.
Okay.
He gets to sell a lot of it.
Cool.
He doesn't charge her except the collection on the. You like my drone driving?
Yeah, you almost drive better your drone than your truck.
Oh yeah, that's true, isn't it? And that's my music there too. But this is a tiny place. I mean, this lady bought when the fires came, she went around and said, "I'll give you $1 million cash right now," and they all took it. And these are like $10 million homes, but the insurance weren't going to give her a penny. See, they're still burned down. She bought all of it. She lives over there.
Well, now she doesn't have neighbors. She doesn't have to worry about people using chemicals.
That's her neighbor over there. I think she wants to buy them because that guy likes to use chemicals.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when it rains, everything runs down into her property.
Yeah, exactly right. And this is all her property here.
Yeah.
This is all her property. That's my truck right there in the greenhouse I built. And this is all her new house, the horses. It's nice to have a lot of money.
Yeah, no doubt, eh?
It's nice to have a lot of money. Ooh, there we go. We're back again. Hello, everybody, I'm back.
Hey, you're not so invisible anymore, Andy.
What do you guys want me to talk about next week? We were talking about it, and I still can't. I can talk about anything. I just let me go at it. Whatever you want, I'll talk about it. I can talk about aliens. I can talk about weird vegetables. I can talk about worms. I can talk about,
You can talk about almost anything on the planet, Andy, because you're not even from this planet, right?
You have this blank look on your face, man.
Somebody's saying talk about blueberry pancakes.
Oh man, don't give me on blueberry pancakes. I can't eat blueberry. I could eat it, but I have to cook it myself, and I have to find some alternative to the wheat. Maybe I would do it. Maybe I would do it out of lentil. Maybe I could do it. Maybe lentil bread.
Lentil pancakes. Never heard of lentil pancakes, but guys, if you're into that kind of stuff, if you didn't watch Monday's show, you need to go back and watch Monday's show because that's a syrup that they're making out of the elderberries, including garlic in it, cinnamon in it, etc. That's really good stuff for the human body. And we need our health as much as we need to focus on soil health. We need to focus on our health too.
Does it have wheat in it?
No, none of that. It's all 100% natural. It actually, Andy, we were talking before the show about shipping your products and how hard it was because of the live enzymes and it
Yeah.
exploding and shipping. Well, her product has to stay cool when it's the syrup. No, Lily, there's garlic in it too. Lily's saying ginger, not garlic, but there's both garlic and ginger in it. But she has to ship her product, the syrup, cold, so she puts it in a special package.
It's a syrup for pancakes.
Yeah. Well, it's a syrup for you to consume. It's got elderberry in it, cinnamon, garlic.
The syrup?
Well, yeah, actually, Andy, talk to Leighton, because Leighton told us on Monday about his experiences with this product over the last, several weeks that he's been taking it, and he's seen amazing results. So,
is he talking German now? Is that it?
What's that?
Is he talking German now?
Oh, speaking the Deutsch. No, we weren't speaking any German.
So it's a good nutrient thing to take for the body then, huh?
Yes, well, and the thing is, elderberries are very good for our immune system, and it's
elderberry, yeah, I like that.
Well, she's came up with a formulation, all 100% natural, and she makes gummies. They're actually coming out with pet gummies now.
Send me a link, please.
I can do that, Andy. And guys, if you haven't checked out that show, that was this Monday, so like 2 days ago. But yeah, it's amazing stuff. We got to keep our bodies healthy as well as fixing our soils, so that when we're eating that, what we're growing from our soils, that's being healthy for us as well. But
I think Goat wants me to talk about soil texture next week and how important it is.
Blueberry pancakes. I love you guys. I'm laughing. Okay, here we go. Talk about soil texture and how important the sand, silt, and clay for indoor gardens. And outdoor gardens too, guys. Don't forget the outdoor gardens.
We could do that, right?
We can do that. I'll write it down after the show, and we'll talk about
coffee. What is this coffee and seaweed stuff?
Coffee plus seaweed. Well, you were talking about your seaweed mix, and we're talking about coffee mixes.
Oh yeah. That's probably a very good mixture to spray coffee and liquid seaweed.
Yeah.
What's it is? Yeah. And elderberry, I love elderberry. Anything from elderberry, I want to get. Well, I don't like elderberry pills. It's a big difference.
Well, the thing is you have to watch the episode, but the normal elderberry gummies that you can buy in the store, it says you get so many milligrams. Well, that's the whole bottle, where what she has in hers, it's per gummy, and it's a huge, huge difference in how much active ingredients are there.
Daddy, can you get it for me, please?
I will send you her information, Andy, and you can, as I said, you can talk to Leighton about it because he's taking this stuff. And Lily's, there's the YouTube link.
Are we all set? Are we done? No, we're not.
No, but we're gonna say goodbye now.
All the secrets are going out the door now. We need to.
Bye, guys. Peace out. We'll see you, and don't forget. Chiropractors is sexy, should be on tomorrow, and we'll see you there. Bye-bye, guys.